Rainbow is part of my life, as in Deep Purple is. I just got back together for a few shows because I wanted to have a blast on the Strat. And that's always good fun. But it's not something I will do all the time. I might do another couple of shows. You know, Japan wants us and a lot of other places, but I'm, you know, Blackmore's Night is really my main music. That's much more challenging. You know, it's not so easy to play. You're playing with an acoustic guitar. Whereas if you play with an electric, it's a lot easier because of the noise and the big amplifiers. It's just as good, the music, but it is kind of slightly easier to play. Because what we're doing in Blackmore's Night is a lot more kind of different. You know, a lot of bands do guitar, bass and drums playing really loud. And I've done that for a long time, 40 years. And I felt it was time for a change. So that's why Blackmore's Night is a little bit more important than Rainbow. Although I still have an affectionate remembrance of Rainbow. And that goes back a long way. It's the same as Deep Purple. Nostalgia is important. You know, we all listen to the Beatles, people like that. It's all about nostalgia. And us remembering ourselves as we were younger. So naturally, I have a feeling that people say things like, oh, I prefer the music 40 years ago. That's because they were younger and they were having a better time. And now they're older, they have all sorts of problems, health problems, things aren't so good. Yeah. But the music's still there. And I like the band. Ronni Romero is a great singer. That started because one night it was about 2 in the morning, and Candice said to me, what do you think of this singer on YouTube? And I said, look, I'm not really interested. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. And she played it, and I went, wow, he's really good. Who's that? She said, the name's Ronni Romero. And he was doing a Dio song, I think, Rainbow in the Dark, or something like that. So I said, play some more of that. I said, that's pretty good, what he's doing. And she played some more, and I went, he's really good. Then I started thinking, maybe I should do some dates with Rainbow. Up until then, I had not really taken it seriously. I don't want to go back and just play the same guys and play the same music. I've done that. But this was more refreshing and exciting. So I listened to a couple more tracks by Ronni Romero, and they were fantastic. And I said, we've got to get hold of this guy and see what he thinks about actually doing some Rainbow stuff. So we called him up. I think Candice sent him an email, and I'm not sure if he believed who we were. But we explained ourselves and said, let's get together. And we got together in a castle in Munich, actually, where we always stay. And he came over. He lives in Madrid, Spain. And he came over to Germany. I took out my acoustic guitar. We played Man on Silver Mountain. And I stopped. And I said, that's it. That's enough. I know you can do it. And he was very exciting, the way he could sing. He could just turn it on. After that one song, I said, look, let's all get together and do maybe 4 or 5 dates. And that's what we did the first time. And the second time was the same thing. I picked the bass player, Bob, because he doesn't like to get paid. So that suited me. No, he's a great bass player, very rhythmic. He provides a lot of support. The drummer, so many people wanted to play drums on the Rainbow stuff. I didn't want a star on the drums. I just wanted a good drummer. And Dave's a good drummer. And of course, Jens is probably one of the best keyboard players in the world. And he was up for it. And I was surprised that he was interested. And again, it was Candice's idea. She said, why don't you get Jens? I said, oh, I'm sure he's got other things to do. But when he heard, he said, I'll be there with bells on. Count me in. So, and he's such a nice guy. People usually that are that good on their instrument are not so nice, but he's a great guy. When I went on the road, I wanted to play some Rainbow songs, I wanted to play Deep Purple songs, all nostalgic rock and roll memories. But we had a few people saying, why are you bothering playing Deep Purple songs? So this second time around, we cut out a lot of the Deep Purple songs. And that's why we didn't start the show with Highway Star. We started it with I Surrender and Spotlight Kid. And we'll, next time when we get together, if we do get together and we do our thing, probably throw in some more Rainbow songs and less Deep Purple. I know what you mean. Deep Purple's always on the road and they hear those songs all the time. That's, I just thought they would want to hear everything. But apparently they want to hear more Rainbow songs than Deep Purple songs, which is nice. I would like to do maybe one show with the rest of Purple, just to prove that we're not all hating each other, and just do that and go, hey everybody, it's just one show for all the Deep Purple fans that liked the Mark II lineup. And that was my idea in the beginning. But when you're talking to managements of Purple, it gets complicated. You know, they want their money for this and that. And so it's like, not like you call up your old friends and just say, hey, let's just have a good time and we'll play, because there's lots of fans that want to hear it. Once you have managements and agents and promoters getting involved, it gets so complicated that everybody just pulls back and says, it's too complicated. So I wouldn't mind doing one show with all the old guys, and that's it, call it a day, just for the fans. It's not something I need to do, but I don't mind playing just to show the people that we're still friends, we're older, and with the passing of John, you never know who's going to pass next. And it would just be a friendly get-together. But as you might know, in this business, nothing works around friendship. It's all about money and business. And unfortunately, we'd have to deal with people that were going to make money out of the deal. That's always a problem. I liked it on a physical level. I liked fighting him, and he liked fighting me. I'd throw spaghetti in his face and he'd punch me. You know, that's all good stuff. And I think we should go do one more show and get lots of spaghetti and throw it all over each other, and take it from it. That's right. And I think it would be good from a nostalgic point of view of just showing that we can do it again as the old band. Obviously, Steve Morse is their guitar player, fantastic guitar player, and it's good that he's in the band. This would just be a one-off. You know, obviously I wouldn't join the band again, and they wouldn't have me. That's out of the picture. It will be one show, and hopefully it would be fun. Mm-hmm. But there again, knowing Ian and I, we'd probably start fighting. Yeah, I'd love to play with Bob Dylan. I mean, it sounds kind of funny in a way, but he's the only person I admire in the business. Having been in the business for so long, he's the one that I still feel that he remains mysterious. That there's something about him that I think is truly monumental, and he's so creative. When you think of all the songs that he has written, you know, Mr. Tambourine Man, Blowing in the Wind, it's endless. that a man can produce all those songs. And so I'm a big fan of his. In rock and roll, it's all about friction and anger. With this band, it's all about, oh, there's a couple of our friends in the audience, let's have a few drinks, and what do you want to hear? It's all friendliness and party time. That's the difference. It's a big difference. But all the time I was playing rock, I used to feel quite angry on stage about trying to get across to the people a message. It wasn't about, hey, let's all have a good time. It was about, you will have a good time. When I came off stage, people were told, do not come in my dressing room for half an hour because I'm still very angry. But rock and roll is about anger in a way, and suppression. It's not about being friendly and happy. It's about pushing a certain urgency about life. And life is not all fun and games. Life is not about parties. I was pleased in a kind of a sadistic way. I knew that what I was playing on stage had a force behind it, but it wasn't a happy force. It was an angry punch force. And I think any band that's playing rock feels the same way. Someone like The Who, they don't go on stage to be happy. They go on stage to push a certain urgency. And that's how I was. Technically, when I'm playing Rainbow songs, I have to cut all my nails short. I can't have a long thumbnail like that because I'm picking. Whereas I'm playing Blackmore's Night songs, I have to grow my nails all very long, put acrylics on them, so they're like hammers. Yeah. This time around, we have 1 month to finish Rainbow, 1 month to get into Blackmore's Night. So I had to grow all my nails in 1 month. So that's my thumbnail, and here's my thumb. Finally,
Can't be in 1 month.
That's it, in 1 month.
Really?
Yeah. But it's tricky because you play fingerstyle. Blackmore's Night is like this. Rainbow would be like that. Hard, aggressive. And then the other Blackmore's Night would be all the fingers. I couldn't believe how many people wanted to see the old Rainbow. There's more people interested in Rainbow now than there was when we were playing. So, can't be bad, I suppose. And if people want to see some more shows, we'll do some more shows. I know that Japan wants us, and Russia and a few other places, but I'm not too quick. Being 72, I'm now getting back problems and leg problems and teeth problems, you know, my ears are falling off. And sometimes it gets difficult to play when your arm falls off on stage. So I'm holding them back. I'm going, wait. Because they're going, yeah, we want to book you. And I'm going, no, wait. I want to see how I feel after the end of the tour. And if I feel healthy, then I'll do some more.